All right, welcome to On the Screws Golf. Hope everyone is well and having a wonderful evening tonight. We are here to do just a brief overview of the upcoming Silver State tournament on the Milano course. And what we're going to do is give you an advanced look at how I, On the Screws Golf, am going to attack this hole and do our very best to come through with, a minus 16, minus 17 score on 9 holes. See if we can't actually draw an actual first place gold banner one more time while putting out some good notes and giving everybody else in the stream and in the community an opportunity to win a banner as well or perform at a very high level. So, with that being said, do we need a little bit of background music maybe? I'm not sure. How about we do that just in case? Okay. Turn that down just a little bit for everybody so they can hear me speak. All right. Hide that. All right, here we go. So, what I am going to do, as you can see, I have find these balls here. I have a Berserker ball. I have a reskinned Kingmaker, which is a Season 2 ball, which is just a Kingmaker. And then we have a rookie banner. We can put that up there. Okay, so this is for rookie. But the reason I have these two balls up here is because I believe that if we really want to win this tournament, we're going to use some power balls, right? Power 3, Power 4, Power 5 balls to give us the opportunity with lower level clubs to hit the ball further into areas that give us a chance to attack the course. So you can see that all of the hole cutouts on the left here are going to be from Golf Clash Notebook. Some of them are going to have those predetermined lines on there. So obviously these lines are completely off because they should be aligned to the first and second tees. But for some reason in Golf Clash Notebook, because the updates aren't happening as often, you can see a little bit of a misalignment on the page. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to use a new template and we're going to show you some of the normal ways to play it. Okay, so starting number 1, option number 1. Okay. First of all, that's going to be way too thick of a line that we don't want to do. We're going to use that line right there. Okay, so option number 1 is the conventional way, okay? Well, there's really 2 conventional ways. The first conventional way is you take it out. Sorry about that. Is you take it out over here, land it here. You're going to jump over to here and land somewhere in that area where the X is. That's your first tee shot. Your opponent goes, then your second shot is going to be with a short iron, and you're going to try to put it right in here and make it for an eagle. Most cases, you're going to make birdie. That's conventional number 1. How about we do conventional? That's not going to work. How about we do conventional number 2? And that is over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to fly it into here, bounce it over to here, and then bounce it in for your shot. Okay? Or what we can do is you can take it all the way over to this pad here and then try to hit that little pad there and bounce on. That's a little bit more difficult, okay? So your first option is 1. For second option is 2. we have a third option, which of course is probably the most questionable and most difficult, to get it to the green. You might be in the bunker, you might be able to roll it through the bunker into the rough, but those are going to be difficult shots to make in two. That's your first three options. I am going to show you what I'm going to play. All right, here is what I'm going to play. My shot is going to be a power hook, okay? We're going to try to land it right in this zone, okay? We're usually going to have a wind of this direction. That's usually the wind we get, okay? So with a with a level 6 or 7 extra mile, it's going to be 14 rings, okay? So you're going to move that this direction, 14 rings, and you're going to power curl. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is ball's going to come out here like this. It's going to land right there. You're going to have no topspin on it. Okay. And you're going to have full right spin. So, I know those are all pretty wanky letters, but that's okay. So no topspin, full right spin. That should put you right on the green over here for an easy putt. If you're not in the green, you should be right next to the fairway over here somewhere for an easy chip. All right? So we should be able to score an eagle, which right now on our card, -2. That's how I plan on playing the hole. Okay? That gives us an opportunity on the rest of this week to practice that, number one. Number two, gives us an opportunity on the qualifying holes, 3 or 4 different accounts, to come up with the exact dialing in of the adjustment for everybody, so that when you get into qualifying and into the opening and weekend rounds, we know if we can do a power curl that is hit perfectly with the right adjustments, we're going to give ourselves a really good chance at -2. All right. That, my friends, is hole number 1. All right, let's move on to hole number 2. There we go. Now let's move this up a little bit and over, give ourselves a decent look at it. All right, hole number 2, par 3. Again, option number 1. We have to edit and create. We're going to draw a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and use the red line as original options, what we normally do. So most people are going to either go here and then bounce it onto here and hopefully get it close or make a hole in one. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is you're going to rough bump it, okay? You're going to take it down into here, and then you're going to rough bump it right into the hole again. So that's option 2. Option 1 is your safe play, right? Safe. Option 2 is a little bit more technical, okay? Based on, depending on which ball you use. And again, we're going to go back to, do we want to use a power 3 ball, which will get us there? Do we have a sniper leveled up enough to give us enough backspin and ball guide to give us an opportunity at a hole-in-one? So those things are going to really play into how you're going to play this hole, right? So you're either going to use a power 3 and a sniper, or you may use like a power 2 and a Goliath. All right. All right. So, those are your options on this hole. Pretty limited right now. I believe what we're going to do is we're going to go with the on 3 of our 4 accounts, we're going to be able to use the sniper and the sniper and the power 3 ball. And then on the other 1 account, we're able to use only the power 2 ball and the Goliath bounce shot. Okay? So 3 out of 4, we're going to go sniper and power 3. And then the other account, we're going to be limited to the power 2 and the Goliath, because our sniper and Viper just do not have the appropriate accuracy attributes of a club to give us an opportunity to rough bump and get it close with the ball guide. All right? So that's hole number 2. Now, hold on. What I should say is, my assumption is we're going to get a par. Okay? So that's going to be a -1 on this. Most cases, we're going to get a birdie. Now, if you bump it with the bounce shot, Goliath and power 2 ball, you know what? I think with the winds and the changes that occur over the entire course of the tournament, yeah, we'll get some to drop, but in most cases, we're going to have to settle for a birdie on this, okay? So at this point, we are now up to a -3 on the card. All right, let's erase that. Go to our next hole, which is hole number 3. I'm going to have to reduce the size of this a little bit here, if you don't mind. Move it in. There we go. All right. Hole number 3. This is our par 5. Again, 2 conventional ways you can play this, all right? Try to bring that size down a little bit. Okay. The first conventional way is this, kind of following this black line, which is you're going to shoot it all the way out here. See if you can get it past these trees here. Or you're going to be short of those trees, okay? But what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a big dog, or a sniper that has enough distance to get you from here to land short here and roll out towards the cup. That's option. Pretty much 90% of the rookie players are going to play it that way. Now, if you want to get a little bit aggressive with an extra mile 6, 7, something like that, if you have that attribute, we can then go a different route. Okay? What we can do is take a power 3 ball or power 4 ball, or if you want, even a power 5 ball berserker, depending on how many you have. All right? This is the fun of rookie tournaments, right? You do whatever you want. People don't like it, but you get to do what you want. It's your game, it's your account, your clubs, your ball inventory. Do what you want. Now, with any of those, you're going to be able to go ahead and more than likely bounce it right into this area, this rough, and roll right out to here, which then gives you obviously a nice easy short iron or wedge right into the green for an albatross. Much easier than trying to take a big topper shot over here, big topper, extra mile, and in some case the QB for accuracy. All right? So you have 3 options on the left. And over here, you're looking really at one option for distance, which is the extra mile. And hit it as far as you can, full top spin, a little bit of right spin on it, end it right out in this area here, and then you'll have a short iron into the green. Okay? So that right there should at least get you a net, what do we call it? Eagle! That's right, eagle. So if we, and in some cases, if you really hone it in, the albatross. I would say more cases than not, you're going to be able to get here, okay? Even going over the conventional side over on this side, in most cases, if you get the ball into one of these 2 zones and you have the right clubs for your section shot, big dog and sniper, you're also going to get an eagle, okay? In my opinion. If you use one of these power 3, power 4 balls, that you give yourself enough energy and distance to fly that second shot over the green. The further down this fairway on the left you are, the easier it is to get over there and do your top spin and get it next to the pin for an easy eagle. If you really want to go for it, hit it over here. Full top, full wind, full overpower, land it into this rough, and then just skid it out over to here and give yourself an easy attempt at eagle. And you have to hone it in for your second shot to get the albatross. But it is much more likely to get an albatross over here than it would be over on this side, in my opinion. Okay? So, we're now eagle, birdie, eagle. So we're now 5 under. All right, next hole. All right. All right, par 3, hole number 4. All right, 2 options, and really, in my opinion, in rookie, only 2 options. All right, let's do conventional first.
Dollar Shave Club. Dollar, but way more than just Shave Club. Right now, get
All
a
right,
shave, shower, or
conventional obviously is pretty simple.
Regular size products at regular price. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/Spotify.
Find that island, bounce it, and try to make a hole-in-one. All right, this is plus 10% on the tee shot. Okay, pretty much the only option you have on this hole if you want to be safe. Right now, what's important is that you bring the Goliath, okay, which is your long iron, because it gives you the most distance, right? And if you're short, such as trying to use a basic ball or a katana, not a katana, basic ball or a power 1 ball, you may have to do a little bit of overpower. That right there, in my opinion, is senseless. Give yourself the opportunity. Move it up to a katana, maybe even move it up to a titan or something like that, so you don't have to overpower it. These are the types of things, if we overpower shots and can't hit it perfect, that's where you're going to make yourself go left or right. You're going to not have a chance at hitting it in the hole for a hole-in-one, and or you may hit it into the rough and then obviously land yourself into the bunker, which then puts yourself into a position of getting a par, which we do not want to do. Okay, so what you also can do, which is what I plan on doing, again, you don't have to follow me, whatever you do, these are just my thoughts. We're going to go outside. This is not a curl shot. So because of that, what we'll do is we'll just erase everything now, make it easy. What I plan on doing is, again, power 3 ball, either a Titan or a Kingmaker. And I plan on rough bumping it right there for the hole in one. Okay? And again, plus 10%. It's a terrible plus, but that's what it is. All right? So the old rhythm and blues rough bump. All right? And again, you're going to need a elevated Goliath and a power 3 ball to give yourself the opportunity to not have to go into overpower and make an easy adjustment. And again, all of these adjustments will be ready to go after our qualifying rounds on day 1. So hopefully Monday evening we'll have a really good set of notes out there for all of you so that you can start making hole-in-ones or give yourself at least an opportunity for the different hole-in-ones, okay? And again, this is the way I'm going to attack the course. Doesn't mean you have to. You may just want to go ahead and do the conservative routes, which is fantastic, which is great. That's your comfort level. That's where your skill level is. That's where your clubs and the ball inventory you have are. Totally get that. But at the same time, I truly believe this game is one that can be managed with the appropriate inventory as well as the appropriate tactics with the clubs you have and the balls you have. I think you can really score well on these courses if you utilize your tools. Okay? All right. Again, not everyone's gonna like this video. Not everyone's gonna, line up with it. But that's what I believe. And I just am trying to help the community of those individuals who want to win an opportunity at a banner and or place in the top 10 for the first time, etc. Excuse me. Okay, hole number 5. All right, so let's take a look at some of the conventional, more knowledgeable routes that are currently being used. And that would be taking a tee shot over into this area and then having a second shot come into here and try to snuggle it close and or get it in there for a deuce. Okay? That's conventional number 1. I've also seen conventional come up here, rough bump it in here, squirt it out over here, and then try to bring it in that way. Okay? And then, of course, the way we're going to play it, and I think the most logical way to play it, okay, is going to be up the middle. But let's talk about this for now. So you're going to have QB, extra mile. You can even use the big topper, okay, to the left or to the right. You can use any of those, right? Accuracy for the QB, extra miles for its distance, and then big topper for its topspin, right? A little bit shorter, but it rolls a mile. So that's good over here to the left. That's even good over here to the right, because if you land it here with all its topspin, it'll roll right out, gives you an opportunity to come in here with a short or a long iron. Over here, we know it's a short iron or a wedge, depending on how far up and how close you are to the right-hand side. Okay? Now, again, I think you can get away with katana and below going either way. It's not necessary to use a power 3 ball going either way. Maybe over here just to make sure that you can fly out far enough to give you enough topspin to get through there. You may want to consider a power 3 on the right, but on the left, power 3 and below is fine. All right. All right, my option, or the way I plan on playing it. Okay, good. Right up the middle. So, you're not... Oh, I gotta bring it over here. This is a no-no, right? You don't need to do that. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to try to land it on this pad, right? You're probably on an extra mile 5, 6, and 7. You're going to be right here. All right? You're going to have to do a little bit of overpower, okay? With a power 3. If you have a power 4 ball, then you'll have no problem getting it onto the pad right here. All right? So you're going to fly it over to there. Couple bars of top spin, 3 bars of right spin. It's going to land anywhere in between here or to the green. Easy chip, easy putt. What do we get? Eagle. All right. All right, sorry, just keeping track here. So that, in my opinion, is the best way to play it. More times than not, the wind is going to be coming from this direction, left to right, with a tailwind. So the overpower shot here is not going to be too significant. You're just going to have to know how many rings per driver that's going to push it as you're making your determination on where you want that first bounce to land, and then how much top spin and right spin you're going to need. But again, based on our playthrough, we'll be able to give you all of those accurate descriptors as we move through into Monday, Tuesday. Okay? But that is my plan, and we should be able to get an eagle in a very high percentage, 90 to 95% of the time playing at this route in rookie. Okay? All right. I'm going to go back to hole 4. All right, so hole 4 is more than likely a 1, and I would say 50% of the time a 2. Okay? Just make sure we have the 10% added on there. Okay, hole number 6. This also is a par 5. And we're going to go with the conventional look real quick. So with the conventional look, again, I've seen it in many different ways. You can take the extra mile out to here with a curl. It's going to bounce right in here. It's going to end up out here, or in some cases, you don't have enough or side spin, it'll roll out there. Some cases, you're going to bring it over here with a QB and curl it right into this area here. Okay? Bounce there, curl there. All right? We, of course, at On the Screws Golf, I'm going to take the aggressive way, which is a power 3, power 4 ball, and land it into the forward spot. Okay? So, going over here, you're looking at extra mile, big topper, and QB. And over here, you're going to see extra mile based on some of its curl ability and the QB. Big topper going that way, very limited curl, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult of a shot. Okay? And again, you're going to see anywhere between basic ball through power 3 balls on these two areas. Okay? So 0 through 3. Okay? More than likely to be 0, 1, or 2 for some of the more aggressive players. 3 and 4. Okay? All right, my option, which I believe is the most routine way to get an eagle almost every single time, is right up the middle. You're going to land it right here into this rough with a power Sorry. Power 3 ball like a katana. Excuse me, a kingmaker or a titan. And then it's going to roll right about out to here. Now, if you get too far, it's going to be in Goliath range. If you put it right about here, it's going to be in sniper range. Okay? Now, obviously, we would all prefer to have a sniper, right? Which is a very highly accurate club, very easy to maintain and hit. All right? And based off of the adjustments. All right. So after your second shot, depending on whether it's a sniper or a Goliath, you're going to rough bump. And you're going to have a plus 10% elevation change. And you're going to look to make that albatross. I would say 1 out of 8 times you'll make albatross. But if you hit it perfectly here, probably 9 out of 10 times you're going to make eagle, okay? But over here, if you come out here and you don't hit it far enough, you hit this rough and you just limp out to here, you're going to have to come over to this island right here, or you're going to try too hard and you're going to end up in the sand, and that gives you an opportunity at only a birdie once you do that. Over here, same issue. If you land in the rough here, you're going to really limit yourself from getting over to here. You have a couple trees in the way. That means you have to come out here with a hook and a curl, and very difficult and a very sharp incline on this side to get up that hill. All right. So with that being said, up the middle is, if you're willing to use a power 3 or a 4 and you have the ability to hit it perfect, you'll be able to put some full top, some left or right spin depending on the wind, and I've seen the wind come from this direction as well as coming from this direction on tee shots, okay, in the tournaments. So you'll just have to play it to one side or the other, adjust for the wind, and hit it as best you can perfect. It's a pretty generous fairway out there. Just have to be pretty stable on hitting it perfect going up the middle, okay? All right, so that was hole number 6 for an eagle. All right, so let's go to hole number 7. All right.
Do you want the job done or the job done right?
All right, hole number 7. Okay, I've seen it every which way but loose, and that's a great movie with Clint Eastwood. All right. Well, phone's ringing. People texting me. All right. So, forgive me with the background phone and the information. So, I will just wait for that to end, if you don't mind, and then we'll continue on. It's going to ring a little bit more. There we go. I apologize for this, everybody. Okay. All right. So, conventional. You're going to take a katana or something like that. You're going to use a katana and a Goliath. And you're going to take it over here. You're going to bounce it here. And you try to curl it into the hole. That's the first option. Then you're going to try to do the same thing on this side and curl it into the hole. So those are your two options. And again, you're going to use a katana or maybe a quasar, but the katana in most cases, because you're going to need the side spin. So katana and Goliath are going to be a routine staple for a lot of people. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, and again, this is one of my favorite holes to get hole-in-ones on, is we are going to change colors, and we're going to go ahead and do the, as you know it, rough bump with a Goliath, katana, or kingmaker, depending on wind. Okay? And that is also at a plus 10%. If you can hit perfect and you can make the right adjustments, this should land about 3/4 of the way up that rough. Should be no closer than 3/4 of the way up that rough on the rough bump. If you're further than 3/4 of the way up, that is going to bounce. It's going to bounce right over the hole and you're going to miss it. Okay? So you need to be about 3/4 of the way up that rough at 10%, make the perfect adjustment, hit it perfect. You give yourself a very, very, very high likelihood of a hole-in-one. So what I'm going to say is this is a very likely eagle hole going with the rough bump. It is a very likely birdie if you go with a bounce over shot. And in some cases, it's a birdie or a par, depending on how good you hit it. If you miss it and you're in the rough, you may have a difficult time getting up and down. If you're in the bunker, you're definitely going to have a difficult getting it up and down. Okay, so let's stick with this. If you can afford a Goliath at 10%, Kingmaker, and a perfect shot. Okay. So that is hole number 7, and I'm putting down an albatross. All right, hole number 8, one of my favorite holes in the game. All right. Conventional wisdom says, wow, why don't I, as a player, why don't I just take it all the way out to here and roll it right to here? Right? Bounce it there, roll it to there, and have a straight-in shot right into the hole. Excellent. So you're going to drive it out here with an extra mile. You're going to put it out there with a QB, maybe even a big topper. And then you're going to have a section shot for your Goliath, okay? You're going to use a power 0 through power 2 ball, which is fine. You're going to make birdie most of the time, okay? Some people will try what we're going to do, which is here, and they're going to land in this rough, or they're going to land short in this sand, or they're going to land into this rough, and they're still going to have a difficult time getting it up here for a birdie. Okay, so this is the easy way. It's not technical. This is a more technical shot, but still many hazards if we're not hitting the ball perfect, if we don't have the right clubs, if we don't have the right attributes of clubs and balls in the combination. So we'll talk through that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before we get into Thursday, Friday weekend or opening, and then Saturday, Sunday weekend. Okay, so oops, sorry guys. That is the conventional way. Let's get rid of that and let's go ahead with what I plan on doing, which of course is going to the left. We're going to put it right in here, right next to that trap. Actually, you can cut with the yellow ring, the top of the yellow ring, you can cut into that fairway by about 1/8 of the yellow ring, okay? And you still have plenty of distance. Then what's going to happen is that ball is going to bounce all the way out into here, right up into this really nice spot. So we're going to go extra mile. We're going to go katana. And from here, we're going to go hornet. We're going to go 3 backspin, and we're going to make it in the hole with 3 back, no spin. You're going to aim it, I believe, to the left edge of the cup, and it's going to go in the hole, and you're going to make another eagle. Okay? That's the most aggressive and simple way to make an eagle on this hole. This way is not the way you're going to make an eagle. You're going to make a birdie over here, in my opinion. You want to make eagle, you have to cut it over here as close as you can. You got to hit perfect. It's going to bounce right up in here. It's going to roll out up to here. And then you're going to take a hornet or a thorn. Let me be nice to the thorn people. Thorn or hornet. And you'll have an opportunity to take what type of backspin you want. You can do the full backspin thorn shot, or you can do the 3 backspin hornet, because you're going to have no more than a 4 hornet 4 or 5, and that's all it's got, 3 backspin. Over here at level 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you're going to have a full 100% backspin, and you have the opportunity to do a pullback shot, or 1 backspin, 2 backspin, 3 backspin, 4 backspin, depending on your knowledge of the game, your knowledge of the attribute of the thorn club, etc. So, with all of that being said, again, my true feeling about getting an eagle, I don't know, 40% of the time, extra mile, katana, hornet, 3 backspin, knock it in the hole. If you hit perfect. Okay? So that's hole number 8, and I believe that also is an eagle. And then finally, the creme de la creme, for sure. All right. Par 5, hole number 9. All right. Here's what we're going to do. All right. We're going to look at our first conservative option. And that would be a nice extra mile or a big topper to here, and it's going to come out to here. And that's probably going to be with a katana ball or a 0 to 2 power ball, right? And you're going to get yourself there. Then your second shot is going to be, and again, this could be EM, QB, or big topper, BT. Okay? Second shot is going to put you right to here with a sniper or a guardian or a big dog or a viper, whatever you have in your bag, okay? It's going to get you there, and they're all going to work perfectly. Then what's going to happen is it's going to trickle over to here potentially, let's hope. And then you're going to put yourself in a position for a hornet or a thorn to bounce off here and up to the hole. Right there. All right, so you have your first shot, your second shot, your third shot, and you're going to make a birdie probably 70% of the time. In those rare instances when you hit it in the rough and you're short, and then you hit too far or too short and you land in the rough or the bunker up here, you can make a par. Okay? Which we don't want. This is probably 70%. This is 30%. Sorry, I'm running out of room on the side here. Sorry about that. So, again, extra mile, quarterback, big topper, you're going to bounce right over. In some cases, some people will hit this rough right here, and they'll go right in here, which then will put them way behind back here. Then they're going to hit it up to short of the next transition period. Then they're going to try to get it up to here with a rough bump. Then they're going to try to dunk it and maybe even make a bogey. All right, so be careful that. I would play more conservative with your extra mile, quarterback, big topper on the drive than normal, just so you can get it over into this fairway. Give yourself a chance at getting it over here, and then the bounce shot over for the birdie. Okay? Now, the way I'm going to aggressively play this is with, I'm going to play it with a big topper and a kingmaker, and we're going to do the exact same thing as all of you. We're going to hit it here, We're going to bounce it in full top, full left, all the way up to here. In most cases, we're going to see power 0, 1, and 2 balls end up here. It's a good 20, 30 yards difference. That makes a huge difference on this hole. So, once you're up to here, you're able to do two things depending on your big dog and your sniper attributes. If you have a decent big dog and a decent sniper, you'll be able to do one of two things. You can bounce it to here and knock it right into here, or you can do what I'm going to do. You can take the big dog and you can fly it with full overpower, full top, and left curl up to here and roll it up into this pad right here, okay? And then from that point, we have a nice little firefly or a thorn for the dunk and or the backspin shot, okay? Or maybe even a little bit of a rough bump. So that's the way I plan on playing it, okay? Now, if for some reason we don't go far enough, we're back in this range, we'll then take the big dog of the sniper and we'll do what everyone else is going to do. We're going to bounce it here. We'll roll it up to here. Then we'll take the hornet and we'll bounce it off here and try to make the eagle here. So when you come up here on that hornet bounce on your third shot, you're going to have to be about 1 to 1 point. Yeah, never mind. Let's do it over here. You're going to have to be 1 to 1.5 balls to the right, because that bounce is going to kick and it's going to kick to the left. So you need the ball to be at least 1 to 1.5 balls on the outside right of the cup when you do this little bounce pad shot with a hornet, okay? So, and that should either give you the albatross, which again, 99% of the field is not going to get that. Or you'll be up there for a simple eagle, and about 45% of the field is not going to get that. Okay? So, with that being said, hole number 9 is a deuce. So, if we count up all the different holes that we've just gone through, we said, let me get rid of all of these markings on this if you don't mind. We said hole number 1 would be potential eagle. We said hole number 2 is probably a birdie, okay? Hole number 3, and we're going to say that was an eagle. Hole number 4, that was a 1 or a 2. Hole number 5 is a 2. Hole number 6 is a 2. Hole number 7 is a 2. Hole number 8 is a 2. Hole number 9 is a 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16. Minus 16. 2, if you get a 2 there, minus 17. For an aggregate score in the weekend of minus 30 to minus 32 on average. Okay? So, with that being said, I truly believe this course, when, I guess, managed aggressively with, again, power 3 balls, extra miles, and the appropriate big topper or quarterback, I truly believe that this course can be managed very appropriately, and you can score, or you will see scores in the minus 30, minus 32 range for rookie, with those individuals that are playing rookie with higher than average clubs. but with a stack of inventory of balls that they can burn through because they've won in previous tournaments. Okay? So, with all that being said, I want to wish all of you the very, very best. We'll be working on a tournament note sheet for all of you starting on Monday ASAP, so we can get that as quickly to all of you as possible by Monday evening so that you have a first look at it, and then you can make your decision on whether or not those notes will help you attain the possibility of somewhere in the range of 12 to 16 under. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to pause the music, and I am going to say thank you for watching this, what I believe is a opportunity for a very productive tournament coming up next week at the Silver State Tournament. So with that being said, have a great evening. Good luck to the tournament. We'll see you on Monday, Tuesday for the notes, and have a great week.